Attention to the talk. What's going on, everybody? This is the talk. I am Sleeveless Mike, joined as always by my man, Evo. We got Coop, the Ogre, and we're also joined by newest member of the No Sleeves Network. Ginger is what he's got up there, the bearded Ginger. Byron, guys, hey, welcome back into the talk. It's about fucking time we did one of these. We're going to start doing these more.
It's tough. We just have such arduous schedules, you know, Mike not working and Coop going on vacations constantly. It's
not my fault.
Yeah.
Terrible life.
It's the woman's fault, right?
It is, you know. And we're packing right now. We're going to Pensacola tomorrow.
Bet you are.
Must be fucking nice.
We're about to make this into the She-Man's Woman Hater Club, whatever. Not She-Man, He-Man. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Woo! She-Man's Club. All right.
It is Pride Month. We're good.
I could have worse things to be, you know, miserable about all these damn trips for sure. But tell you what, I can't save a damn penny. That's for sure.
Right. Screw retirement, right?
You fucking make enough of it. You don't got to worry about it.
Almost. A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
That's definitely a way to live life, I suppose. It's just say fuck it, do it live, spend all your money, and hope that you die and don't have to deal with the consequences afterwards.
Exactly. Or that one of your children, or until one of your children go pro and they retire you for you. Hopefully, that's my real fingers crossed on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of luck on that one.
All right, guys. So we have our very first guest, Byron. Welcome on to the show. Ginger, what do you want me to fucking call you since you got Ginger up there?
I don't know. I like Ginger.
All right, we'll call you Ginger. My man, tell a little bit about who you are, what you're from, your background, kind of why you're on the show today with us.
Oh, well, my real name's Byron. Let's see. I was in the Army for 12 years. I served with Mike. I did, I think, 2 deployments with you. Flew the one deployment.
I was at the tail end of the last one, or the first one.
Yeah. Flew the whole shadow thing. Got out of the Army. Went and worked at Fort Huachuca with all of you guys, pretty much.
Yeah.
I didn't have much of an opportunity to work with you, Evo, but I think we've seen each other around. Yeah,
your name has definitely been around in passing, and I've seen you and stuff like that, know who you are, but we haven't had a ton of interaction.
Right. Let's see. I left Arizona, moved back home to Ohio, of course, to be near family and all that fun stuff. So here I am. I'm on the show because this is a pretty fucking cool idea, and I enjoy listening to it. So why not be a part of it?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So you are a part of it. So you are our graphic designer for the No Sleeves Network now. Appreciate the work that you already have done. I believe you actually did the logo in the background for the talk and the No Sleeves Network logo.
Oh, yeah.
We got some new ones coming up, too, I think, as well. That in the pipeline. It's pretty
Yeah, we definitely need to update the episode logos. That's going to be dope.
Yeah.
I also need to update one of my pictures. I mean...
Oh yeah, if you can give me a picture any fucking time, Matt, so I can update the website, that'd be fantastic.
Dude,
I literally just cropped out a picture of fucking face from Facebook.
We're gonna start just messaging Lacey because I feel like she'll get shit handled.
She will just directly to the source. I'm really just basically a ranch hand at my house. I don't really make decisions. I don't do anything except for what I'm told. So. Which I'm okay with.
Hey, you bring in money, and
I do have value. I do bring in value for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we're kind of talking about the women in our lives and things like that. And I'm wondering, I got a little video here to throw up because I recently went through, I'll say, a situation of the woman having a dream where I'm being a salacious bastard in it, and it carried outside of the dream. I think we've all kind of heard this joke, this trope, probably experienced it, but there's more to it that I think that a lot of us maybe don't always talk about. Sometimes in social settings, especially I guess in the military, we talk a lot of shit, but Does anyone else experience stuff along those lines?
Hey, baby. Good night, sweetie. Oh, it stinks. Who's Cynthia? I'm sorry? You were just talking to a Cynthia in my dream. How long were you gonna hide this from me? I was laying here. What's wrong? Would you love me if I was a worm? I don't know, maybe. I'm sleeping on the couch. All you care about is money, don't you?
All righty. Now,
Oh,
I'll say this to start off. I love my woman to death. I think she hits every single one of those, especially the fucking farting. That bitch has a cannon on the back of her. She's got the dumpy, and she knows how to fucking use it because she loves eating that hot food. And like I said, it was like last week where I came home from work. She had been home from work for like an hour and took a little nap and immediately sat and she's like, "You slut." And I'm like, "What the fuck did I do?" And it was like, "You were having a bad dream, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah." And you went into the bathroom with some chick at a bar or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, obviously it didn't happen. But I still was in trouble for probably over 24 hours. And I was like, how do you consciously know what's going on here? That your mind made up bullshit. You're still gonna take it out on me. Fucking women are crazy.
yeah. So I've definitely experienced this as well. The snoring for sure. Amber fucking snores like a goddamn freight train, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she doesn't, but every fucking night, if I am awake, I hear her fucking snore.
I'd
The
throw the
farting's not
videos
so
up
bad.
of my lady just get a couple drinks in her. She's
Yeah.
over here like she needs a CPAP machine. I would throw those videos up, but I don't want to be in the doghouse for that long.
Right. The dream thing, honestly, that shit's happened to me before where I was like, cheating bitch. But I'm also a man. I was like, okay, obviously that's not real. Stop being a dumbass.
Oh, so you have rationale.
Yes. Yes, I do.
God sprinkled a lot of things in the women, the tits, the ass, the smile, being pretty, blah, blah, blah. He forgot rationale.
Yeah, I don't.
They're all going to be pissed after this show.
Yeah, every single one of them is going to be.
Byron, it ain't Women's History Month.
Welcome to the show.
We ain't got to be that nice.
Oh no, I've been through most of it. I'm pretty lucky that I hit the pillow and I fall asleep, so I don't really have to listen or hear any of that, except for the part in the video where the girl like pops up. My wife takes the night gummies, and she will sit there and poke me in the ear and like plug my nose just to like wake me up, and she sits there and just giggles. She's like, dude, I'm trying to sleep. Get off of me. And then she sticks her finger in my ear.
Perfect. I literally just experienced this yesterday. It's actually pretty funny that you brought it up. And woke up, and I get up before Lacey typically to get ready for work, especially right now with the kids, in summer. And I get dressed. I go to give her a kiss before I leave for work. And she literally just like looked at me with devil eyes. Like I had just like slept with one of her family members or something, dude. And she's like, you cheated on me in my dream. And I'm like, that's great, but I do have to go to work. So are you going to be upset right now? Do I get a hug?
Yeah. Are we going to live in the real world for a second and allow me to carry out a job so that way you can sleep in this bed and have these fucked up dreams and get angry at me for it? Man,
isn't that crazy though?
Have a talk PSA for women about rational behaviors and things like that.
So it's it's kind of crazy, like how you can see, because the same thing happens to us.
Oh yeah.
We just have a completely different that thing doesn't turn on. I have watched Amber lose her shit. It's like, what are we freaking out about? It's not, that's not real. This is not important. Stop manufacturing this fucking stress.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's crazy, just like dreams in general, and how they can affect your emotions so hard, you know, like because they feel so real, especially when I was on Chantix trying to quit smoking.
I've heard that could be a motherfucker.
Oh, dude, it is rough. I actually was like, I only took it for 1 week, and I was deployed during the time. I was on Doxy at the same time. Like it was just a really bad mix.
You were having a bad dream cocktail.
Oh yeah. It was, when it was good, it was fucking good, you know, but when it wasn't, it was really, really bad.
I guess maybe I'm the lucky one here. I don't really have, if I dream, I don't remember them. And so every morning I just wake up with the same hatred and fuel for the day that I'm having to get up early in the fucking morning to go teach some shithead, dumbass students here at the schoolhouse. It's fucking, it's the same every morning. It's just like, all right, let's go slay this fucker because I want to come home and fucking chill.
God, I'm so glad I don't have to
place
teach.
hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
How about you guys? You guys glad you don't have to teach students anymore?
Yeah, 100%, dude. And now, granted, I am in a classroom all of the time. There are several times where I feel like I'm teaching people still, like just random lessons. Like, you know, I'm not going to get into it. Shut the fuck up, Bert. The cat's driving me crazy. Can you guys hear him?
We have a fifth guest, Bert.
Yeah. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, vaguely.
Bert!
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to remove this cat upstairs. I'll be right back. You guys
What
keep
is a
talking.
Bert.
Sounds
Yeah.
like his pussycat.
Oh,
Yeah, the cat likes to normally come on our shows, regardless of if
So
it's
does
the Talk
Evo.
or the Lemon Lounge. I'm coming most of the time.
Hell
That's
yeah.
why you can only see, shoulders up.
Hey, has
because
that-
otherwise this would be an OnlyFans show.
Has that been better with the carnivore lifestyle or what? Yeah.
I can't correlate it,
No.
but yes.
I mean,
Because in general, I've just been healthier, working out a lot more. My
Right.
male vitality has been great. Because we just spent a nice little staycation weekend in Tucson at Star Pass, and I definitely used that vitality for a long time.
well,
So
I
it was
mean,
great.
long times, but you did use it every night. Just
I mean, we were only there
What are
one
we
night,
talking
but it
about
was
right
multiple
now?
times. Me laying down
seconds
some
exactly what you think we're talking about.
dick. Me laying down some pipe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how we
quick
got here, but
transition.
I'm for it.
Quick transition. But yes, I've been carnivore. The fucking has been great.
hell
Then
yeah.
again, I guess we'd have to poll the lady. For all I know, it's all a fucking ruse.
Right now, yeah, for sure. But does it really matter what she thinks? Nah.
Man, we're getting misogyny marked off early on today's show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, speaking of women, and continuing with the theme of women, and instead of talking badly about women, we got to remember there are some great things about women.
100%.
And this
Pussy.
video
Oh God.
probably highlights it better.
Oh,
What's
yes.
one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
That
you
do?
gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yes.
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that time.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go
I can
crazy?
listen to her do that all day.
Hell yeah.
And spit on that thing. Dude, that is the most
Talking
wild
later.
street interview answer.
Beat
But
the
that lady is-
cobwebs off it.
Yeah, she did. She had a couple good one-liners in that video.
Mhm.
And they're still
Just-
trying to find her, I think, right? They haven't even
Oh,
they
America's
haven't been-
sweetheart, though.
There are people that are like, who is this woman? They are searching
Right.
on TikTok and Instagram, all sorts of places.
Right. We need to brand her.
Well, Hawk Tuah is going to be a part of the
yeah.
American lexicon now.
It's definitely going to be on a shirt here soon for sure.
I've already seen the shirts. I actually sent them to my lady the other day. I was like, "You want a Hawk Tuah shirt because you fucking champion with this." Yeah, look, it's great lexicon, like you said, that we can add there into the normal verbiage. When we, used to say you want some head, some sloppy toppy. Now give me some of that Hawk Tuah, baby. It's got a nice twang to it.
Oh, and she's Southern as shit, it sounds like. So I don't doubt that woman's skills. However, I love my wife more than anything else.
Yeah, that's
actually got a little bit of that earlier today. So
that's a slut. I don't like her at all. Let me just be very clear.
Right.
Disgusting.
She doesn't even look hot. I don't even like her.
Yeah, nope. By the way, we definitely do like what she's talking about, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me, boys. We never remember we started that conversation about choosing what wasn't it, a prison woman or something, and in pen pals, right? Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Pen pals. We originally at one point in time, and I don't know if this actually made an episode or not, but we talked about mug shotties
afterwards.
It was mug shotties in the Instagram page where it's just mug shots of shotties, which then led us to the fact that we can find pen pals who are in prison and essentially like prison dating sites that you can go and find a selection of women who are doing hard time and become a pen pal with them.
Exactly. And I think we should let the audience take a vote on whether or not we do this. And this is the idea. We get a PO box, right? So it ain't coming to no one's address. And we pick a few little prison females, and we put them up on a screen. People would vote on which one we're gonna go and pen pal, and then we do it. I think that's a great idea.
I ran this idea by the woman, and
I'm assuming it went terribly.
It did not go well. I was like, it's for the program.
You can blame it on me.
These bitches, these desperate hoes. Yeah,
that's funny.
If a vote is taken and if the fans react and say that they need to do it,
you know what? How about we do this then? How about there's probably a male version of that, right?
Oh, there for sure is.
So let's catfish the male version.
Come on.
That's even scarier. Because as crazy as chicks are, dudes have the capacity to fucking find you when they want some pussy, and when you won't give up that pussy, they're gonna kill you.
What if we catfish one with the other and be the intermediate, controlling the narrative of the conversation? Like we could get this could be like we could be like matchmaking.
Is this our thing? Is this the thing that makes
this could be the caller?
This is a devious plan.
We could get killed by both of them at the same time.
This is true.
That is also an option.
Like we're gonna have to do some no murderers. Okay, it's got to be a light crime,
a white collar criminal.
Yeah.
Just did a little money laundering.
Right, for the cartel.
Depends on who it was for.
Yeah.
Cartel's a little too close to me, Matt.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
That's a scary proposition. All right, that's it for you fans. You let us know if we need to fucking explore this, and then we will start to war game how to do this. Now, the being an intermediary, I understand that a little bit, but even that gets a little messy.
Could get.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Fuck it.
We could start a service almost.
I'm gonna run that by producer Amber after we get done with this. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm assuming
like inmatesonly.com.
Yeah, Hawk Tuah inmates dating site.
Hell yeah.
Sponsored by the No Sleeves Network.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we're onto something here, boys. I think we're onto something.
Off the rails.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
All righty. Well, Coop, Ginge, you guys got any stories or anything you want to bring up for the show? Any topics of discussion?
Uh,
Man. So I got
Ginger,
something.
I know you have one because we
I got
talked about it
something
before.
dumb, and I had I've had few conversations about this, and my wife horribly judges me for it. And this is my first and quite possibly my last appearance on this show because of this topic. But I'll start softly.
This is a safe space. Remember, before the show, people might not see us, but Matt said the hard R the day before Juneteenth.
Come on, man, don't do that.
It's okay. It's a safe space.
yeah, you're gonna have
We
to
don't
delete
condone
that
it.
now.
We don't condone it. That's a bad Matt, but it happened.
That did not happen.
It did
All right.
not
I
happen.
don't want to
at
have
all.
to go and cut this out because Evo's an asshole.
All right,
did not
start
happen.
over from the beginning, Byron.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on euthanasia? This is pretty serious topic.
I like sneakers.
I think that Asians are
No,
allowed to
not-
have youth. People
No,
there.
no, not
people of all
children.
ages.
Not the children in the other countries that make your shoes.
I'm sorry,
I'm
I had
talking.
to do that.
That
I
was
had
perfect.
to say that.
I had a better line to follow that up, but I completely forgot it. So
Oh.
So with euthanasia, we're not talking about with pets, right? We're talking about with people.
human beings.
All right.
Assisted suicide, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So there's places like
Cool.
in Sweden and other countries that
Well,
it's
is it
allowed.
Canada? Canada had a
Yes.
whole slew of that too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. They have pods now where you can literally go in there and you're just like boop boop boop, and then you're done. And then a couple minutes later, some poor soul has to come pry your body out of there and
You would think the
dispose of
pod
it,
would just be the casket.
You would hope,
right? Or like
right?
it just like flushes you, like, done,
Yeah.
right?
Look, for me personally, I'm very libertarian in this idea. Like, I don't care what other people do as long as it doesn't affect me personally. And I don't think that I would choose to do that on a whim. It would have to be a situation where it's like I am severely debilitated and this is the end of my time and I'm ready to go out on my terms. But there's a lot of factors that go into it. But at the end of the day, I believe in people's personal freedoms, and I guess your life is kind of your freedom in that respect.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
okay with it.
I
And
really
for the 20-year-olds and stuff, like, because I've seen that, like the 20-year-old something chick who's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. You're dumb, but go for it. That's,
I don't wanna
less
go to
drain
work.
on my resources.
flush.
I'm glad you said it, Evo, because I'm right there with you, to be honest. Obviously, I try to take topics like this and like almost put myself in that position. Like if one of my kids or a family member was like that, and yeah, it's like you would hope that there are safeguards in to ensure that this is something that someone would want to do. But ultimately, I think that if that's something that they're tried and true wanting to do, I mean,
You can't really
who are
stop
we
them,
to say? Who are we to say to stop? Like I don't know.
That's a good point that you bring up when you put in the perspective of what if one of your kids wanted to do that,
That's tough.
after their legal
It
age.
is tough.
And that breaks my heart to even fucking think about, like,
Right.
putting that out in the ether. But if we're going to break it down like that, like, it's the same thing. If they're going to ruin their lives with drugs, alcohol, substance abuse, whatever it may be, they're going to find a way to do it probably. And you can
Right.
only protect them so much. It's part of being a parent and doing your best, but even that doesn't even prevent those issues from happening. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I guess there's worse ways that they could go about doing it. No one wants to go somewhere where someone's blowing their brains out. I mean, look, we're all veterans. It's the whole 22 a day thing. It's real. And it's terrible, but, we should have ways of going about trying to help people who feel like they're in a situation where they want to commit suicide. But I think more of this euthanasia thing is less, I just want to commit suicide, but I would hope that it would be more for a situation of kind of like I initially brought up. You are terminal, end of life. You are in constant debilitating pain, things like that. And you are a burden to yourself, your family, those around you, and you are ready to call it. In that respect, I fully understand.
Okay.
I got one more
now
thing.
This is going to turn so wild. It's
Hold on, I got one more thing to add to it. I think it's also in that process. I don't know if you guys have ever watched suicide attempt survivors and like their testimony, and most of them, at least the ones I've watched, and maybe this isn't always true, are always like, as soon as you make the decision, let's say it be attempt to hang yourself or something that isn't instant, right? Something that is like, I jumped off a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
They all talk about how they regret it instantly. Like as soon as they hit the point where they can't turn back, they regret it. So I almost feel like you kind of, if that was going to be something that was allowed, that it would be almost like a placebo at first. You know what I mean? Like almost like, are you sure? Like this is the no turnaround point, but almost to maybe where they could press the red button and stop it before it actually all the way went through. I don't know. I don't know if that's even possible.
Well, that brings in the question though. Like you only have one data point on that, and that's people who attempted suicide and survived. What about the people who died? Maybe that's what they wanted. I don't know.
Maybe,
like,
I
that sounds awful to say, but
yeah, it does sound awful to say, but it's
a tough topic.
Yeah.
So,
just wait.
Hey, real quick before we continue, if anyone's feeling suicidal, you make sure you reach out to somebody.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that's not condoning any of that at all. It's just
what's the number, like 822? Something like that on your phone?
Something like that. There's a suicide hotline. I haven't had to call it.
Mike's on it. I can tell you.
Yep, I'm Googling it so we can get it up.
All right, Byron. Now apparently you're going to break things down and make it
988.
Really awkward.
Yeah.
Call 988 if you are having any thoughts of hurting yourself.
Perfect.
Or one of us, or somebody you love, right?
Yeah.
Anybody.
It's actually one of the reasons that we started the show is because we're a bunch of veterans and we want to get together. However, we're all veterans, and I'm very ready for this dark humor because I know this is about to go fucked up.
Just go ahead and make it really bad for us, Byron. Go ahead.
All right. So hear me out. I want to make a business, and I want to call this business Dumb Ways to Die. So now, okay, Evo, to your point, like, I want to go out my way. A lot of people say I want to go peacefully in the night next to my partner, while I'm sleeping and stuff like that. But sometimes you want, the option to go out chaotically and as violently as possible. Mm-hmm. So, you're terminal, you got 6 months to live. You give Dumb Ways to Die a call and you say, I want the bonus package, and we make it fun for you. We launch you out of a cannon into a brick wall. We give you a motorcycle and say, hey, go ahead and jump over the Grand Canyon. And, you just don't have enough oomph to get all the way over. Or one of my favorites, the mob hit, you say, hey, within the next 30 days, I want to be whacked, while I'm out and about on my business. And, you sign your contract. Of course, there's got to be like, an ass load of red tape to go through, signing mental waivers and everything like that. But I think this is a service that could be had, and, you have a good time with it. And you get a bonus package with the full funeral involved. And,
this is a perfect segue into one of the things that we actually talked about on the talk in a previous episode, where you have someone shit talk at your funeral.
Yeah. We could tie them together. It could be multiple businesses. I love your idea, Byron. I think that's awesome.
You have the people, that's part of the package. You have people go to your funeral who will just shit talk everyone that you fucking hate. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yep. You're an asshole. You are a piece of shit here. Like, tough job.
But a complete blaze of glory.
Yeah. And I love the idea too, because
I think a great one would be just strap me to a rocket that goes out into space. See what happens.
Oh yeah.
Just toss my body out into the black abyss and see whatever grabs it.
Right?
Put a sensor up my ass so you can track me, and my family can be like, yeah,
there you go.
There. Yeah, absolutely.
They're out there with the telescope, like, look at Dad.
So, oh man.
I want to be
I
on
was
the
like,
Titan
what would
too.
be the cool? What would be the cool? I was like, Titan going down to see the fucking Titanic.
Yeah, you can
My daughter
submarine
brought
it.
up the Abraham Lincoln, where you go to a show and someone just offs you while you're watching a movie or a show or something.
God
They already
damn.
tried that in Colorado during Batman, and it was terrible.
Oh
It
my
got
God,
Oh,
Evo,
no.
you motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
I'm on one
man.
today.
I think
yeah,
he had to get his money back for that one though, because they botched it.
You
yeah,
guys remember at the beginning of the show when I said we need to do more of these?
yeah. But look, and I'm not even drinking.
Yeah, I know.
But look, I think we've all kind of heard like that idea, like you go to a Ferrari dealership or something like that, get a test drive, and then you
Slam it into
just
yeah.
send it. You just fucking send it. That sort of thing. I think there's tons of untapped potential in this idea. Things that we probably can't even think about in the moment. That would be great ways to call it a life and very memorable. And look, there's ways that you could add some sort of a voting and ranking system so people could come on and vote for who had the best death this year or something like that on a website.
It'd be like the Pain Olympics. You could like go and actually watch it. We can
Yeah, I
make
mean,
a
Go
movie
vote
out
for
of
the
it.
best suicide at NoSleepsNetwork.com.
God.
you would probably have some really terrible ones like guy raped to death by horse.
No.
Like facilitating that one, that's not something I want to be a part of. But I suppose if they pay well enough,
Yeah, I'm
anything is
terrified
on the
of
table.
horses, so no.
Anything can be bought.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, I like that. I dig it.
So my wife definitely, being from a religious household, she is very anti this idea and says it's playing God, and I think I'm just providing a service, you know.
Right. I'm sure there would be a lot of kickback, but
Oh yeah. What assisted suicide where you just go to sleep is a
yeah.
people have a problem with that.
Right.
They won't have fun while you die. No, they're definitely put caps on that.
That libertarian part of me would probably have to say, like, it can't negatively affect other people around you. Like, I can't go.
Right.
You can't be offed in like Chuck E. Cheese, you know, something like that.
Right.
Then you,
Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, we're going to a Charles Entertainment Cheese on Thursday for Lizzie's birthday. They're all three of the kids have never been to one. I'm super pumped.
really.
I hope Chuck E. Charles Entertainment Cheese scares the fuck out of these kids.
So I don't know. You can just avoid him if you want. We've been to several.
Did the name
with
change?
The boys. No,
No, it's Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just being an asshole. It's
Okay.
Charles
Being
Entertainment
fun.
Cheese.
Formal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I haven't taken my kids to one of those in a long time.
it's one of the things that
I
we
don't
have been doing with the boys quite a bit because they love arcades and they love getting like 10-cent toys that cost me $300.
So did you guys? Yeah, right. Yeah. Did you guys ever have we had back in my hometown? I don't know if it's open anymore, but it was a Caesar's Land or Caesarland.
What?
That
It
is,
was
that is
literally
a big
like
thing that your hometown had.
it's like
where
a
are you
little,
from, Matt?
but it's by Little Caesars though.
The pizza place.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
assuming
it
you were
was
going with
like
like
a
Caesar's
Little Caesars
Casino
version of
opened up
Chuck
a
E. Cheese.
kids casino.
No, now I'm looking it up.
For
Actively
some reason, I thought
Googling
that.
right.
Maybe I'm just dumb.
You had me
Which
at Little
is-
Caesars. I mean, I'm down. But no, that's that'll be a lot of fun, man. It's nice now. They have cards that you just swipe and you can get unlimited play for like 2 hours and stuff like that. So Chuck E. Cheese
That might be.
is well worth it.
Ooh,
Is
man,
that vodka
Chuck E.
there,
Cheese.
Matt? Are you
No,
wrong
that-
about Little
A
Caesars?
little aqua. Yeah, we won't talk about Caesarland anymore.
Fail.
There is
Caesarland
a
is not
Caesarland.
real,
I
or-
just don't know what. It just came into
What
my
happens
head
in
and
Michigan? Who knows? Says
It's in Michigan.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Exactly.
Well, I guess I got some other news. Car accident. It's finally fucking over. I went to court this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Grape is getting paid out, and my lawyer is a fucking jerk off and a dumbass. And I knew he was basically the entire time. Well, actually, I knew that after about 2 weeks, and I couldn't back out of the fucking contract.
Did he take all your money?
No, I mean, the deal worked out fine. Graydon has his money set aside. It's going to go into an annuity. all of this shit. But the way that my attorney had it all set up, whereas I was like a trustee, I don't fucking know. I was in charge of the accounts, but I had no access to the accounts. I couldn't pull any money out. So I was going to be expected to like do all this paperwork every fucking year to keep up with this account. When I don't have access to the account to begin with. And I questioned my lawyer about this very fact, like during the process. Like, why do I have to do any of this? If the money's in a sealed account and I can't get it out, why would I have to do any of this extra work? I still don't know the answer to that. But the judge also asked that question today in court. He's like, why the fuck? Well, he didn't say fuck because he's a judge. And we were in court. But basically, he said, what the fuck? Why the fuck are we doing this? Yeah, honorably, why the fuck are we doing this? It didn't make any sense. I laughed. The bailiff got a nice little chuckle as well because we told the bailiff that our lawyer was a douchebag who also showed up 5 minutes late. So, yeah, Cagney McCormick can suck my dick. He sucks. Do not use him if you are ever in a car accident. Fuck that guy. I'm so glad that's over.
I just think Ohio lawyers might just be dog shit in general.
It's just Ohio in general, Evo.
He's in Texas.
He is in Texas. He has a law firm in several different states. But however, for today's court session, he was in Texas, supposed to be on a video call, but he was late, and so he just called in. That's how that happened today. So
nice,
perfect.
Why did you go with Minzy,
cool.
dude?
Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I've never been in a major car accident before. I was like, fucking this guy sounds good. He gave me all this information. By the way, if you were ever in an accident, they're going to know everything anyways. It's all released in the police report. They are monitoring that shit. Do not go with one of the lawyers that fucking sends you a package. They are scumbags. I wish I had known that beforehand. Public service announcement. Do not fucking hire one of those people.
Hear that.
Speaking on court, you guys, anybody here following the Karen Reed case?
Vaguely.
No,
Very
I don't
vaguely.
know who that is.
Yep, no idea.
It sounds like there's cover-ups and all sorts of shit.
It's pretty entertaining, to say the least. The Karen Reed murder trial.
Yeah, I can't speak eloquently on it at all, other than a chick is being accused of killing a cop, but it sounds like her neighbors and other people might be involved in it or something, and framing
this
her.
is in Ohio, right?
Yeah, no, it's in Boston or something. They're Boston police officers.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, there's a guy who was just killed in Ohio not too long ago. Thought his last name was O'Keefe. He was a police officer as well.
Yeah. The short story is that he ended up dying in the front yard of another Boston police officer's house.
In the winter
and he was just left in the snow. There's like a blizzard there, a snowstorm there that night. And then they found him the next morning in the snow with some other injuries to his arm and to his head and everything like that. But he ended up dying, obviously. And his girlfriend's getting accused of backing into him, hitting him on purpose, intentionally, knowing that she did it. He fell over in the yard. She left him there to die. That's what they're accusing her of. But there's a lot of smelly shit all over this case that's like makes it extremely interesting.
Yeah, there's things like the tail light on her car, like no one noticed that it was broken until way after the fact, and then they also way after the fact found the plastic. Conveniently, once they came up with one of the ideas that she hit him. They did evidence collection by going to the store, getting bags of red Solo cups and dumping the cups out and using those bags because they were the closest thing to being sterile. Like a lot of really fucked up stuff. And that's one of the things that her defense, I believe, is using is that
her lawyer is tearing them apart.
There's some sort of a conspiracy where it was like another cop and a guy who was like FBI or something like that were framing her and all sorts of weird stuff, which with how badly this has been mishandled, it's not outside the realm of possibility that someone's trying to frame her for killing this dude.
Right. Well, that's the sad part is like, look, could she have done what they're accusing her of? Absolutely. Right. Like, I don't know exactly how it could have happened with some of the evidence and everything like that, but there is a possibility it happened. But there's no way, at least in my opinion, that they could be without a doubt say that she did it, because there's a lot of shady shit that's coming up about
Well,
it.
yeah, all the people that they've told, like, don't destroy your phones because they're evidence, they immediately destroyed all their phones after the court order and stuff like that. And destroyed all the
one
evidence.
of them destroyed it the day before the court order got published to them. So they probably knew about it. Right. And the other guy destroyed it afterwards.
Yeah, like, why? That's the question: is why are you destroying your phone if you got nothing to hide? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people that it's like, it doesn't matter if I got nothing to hide. I can do what I want with my property. But also, in this situation, it doesn't look great.
No,
Yeah,
Little shady.
correct.
And another thing I
and-
learned is they can literally pull your search history from your phone, no matter what, even if you delete it. So
That's
go
what
ahead
I'm
and
saying.
sit on that one, boys.
Like, her search history, this chick that's being accused was like, how long does it take for a body to
Hold on.
decompose?
Pause.
And kind of shit like,
Rewind. That was not the person being accused. That was one of the wives of the homeowners that had texted that or searched that the night before. So they're like, why the fuck was she looking that shit up? You know,
Wait,
how
hold on.
could
Is
she
this another cop that is possibly the murderer that is being conspired?
Yes.
I don't know if it's
Yes.
a cop, but it's
It
someone
is.
who is like some sort of a law enforcement or something
It's
like that.
Okay, so yeah, what is absolutely happening then? That's really the only detail I probably need to know. The cop is lying, and the lady's probably innocent. If we learned anything about police officers from Scotty Scheffler, is that they're fucking liars.
Bro, just go dive down that rabbit hole. It's fucking
You can get
really
lost on
entertaining.
TikTok if you look up that trial a little bit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just start to really question the whole legal system.
I started
going on up
watching the
there.
trial live. Like, I got real bad into it.
Is this like Casey Anthony all over again?
Oh, dude, it's really good. I'm actually I have been watching the last few days, but as soon as the defense actually starts their turn to call their witnesses, I'm probably going to watch it all. I think he said he only is going to need 4 days to convince the jury. So I'm probably going to watch all 4 days of that just to see what happens.
Let me guess, Nancy Grace is fucking happier than shit that somebody got murdered again.
Right.
So she has something to talk about.
Surely. Well, that kind of actually, with conspiracy theories and stuff, leads up to kind of my last little topic that I got. Are you all familiar with OpenAI, the artificial general intelligence company that has made ChatGPT and whatnot? Recently, they hired former NSA director Paul Nakasone to its board of directors to help bolster their AI security. Doesn't sound like a terrible thing until you start to kind of get into it. Like, this is a guy who at the NSA was one of the leads or a lead for the past 2 decades. Also, just by the way, he is chair of the Institute of National Defense and Global Security, was the commander of U.S. Cyber Command, and director at the National Security Agency, chief of the Central Security Service. He was deeply invested and involved in the collection of information intelligence on U.S. citizens for the past 2 decades, someone that whistleblowers have called out quite a bit. And now he is on the board of directors for OpenAI. So you have a lot of people who are calling foul, thinking that this is a way for the U.S. government to implant one of their high-ranking, seasoned people in the intelligence committee with access to a lot of information about us to get into like this next wave of technology where AI, artificial general intelligence and whatnot, is going to be able to look even further into our personal and private lives. And I'm curious to think what you guys kind of feel about this. Do you care? Do you think, well, it would be a good thing to have the US be doing this rather than China, or something like that? Or do you think maybe this is just a guy who's got kind of a seasoned career and is big in cybersecurity, and we want our AI stuff to be very secure from outsider threats? So maybe this is the right sort of move.
I'll go first. It doesn't feel like it's necessary to hire the former director, was it, of the NSA?
Yeah, a former director of the National Security Agency, yes.
Yeah, so former director of the NSA. is just going to go be the chairman of the board of an open AI company, something that just makes ChatGPT.
Not the chairman, but he is a board
Or
member
a
now.
board member.
Yeah.
But why? Like, why the fuck would he want to do that? What does this benefit? How does this benefit him? Because a man like that doesn't do shit that benefit. No, it's not money at this point. He's got money hand over fist with the positions he's held in the United States government. Because you know that they found extra ways to take other money in for different speaking engagements or whatever. So I think this is probably a bad idea, because the only reason a man like that takes this job is because it can benefit him or the people he's working for in some fashion. But that is the conspiracy theorist in me, which I know doesn't come out all that often. But this time, against the government, trusting the government, yeah, not a good idea.
I mean, Edward Snowden has come out and said that this is a calculated betrayal to the rights of every person on Earth, not just American citizens. And obviously, we know Snowden, big time whistleblower. He was kind of the one that let everyone know that the U.S. government was collecting information on its own citizens, kind of willy nilly. I would like to hope for the best, but if anything, if we've learned anything about our government and its ability to infiltrate other sectors, specifically the private sector, for nefarious reasons, it makes me a little bit worried about this one.
I mean, I would be worried about it, but to think that that our government isn't already using AI in that sense of the things that we don't see, like think about what we don't know that they're using this technology for right now. You know what I mean? Like they're already probably crossing lines that they shouldn't cross. You know,
Well, that's the thing, is that
it could already be to a point where it could be out of control. We don't even know it.
OpenAI is one of the leaders in artificial general intelligence, and the government tends to make a shittier product than the private sector. So this might be their way to kind of leapfrog in and get ahead on certain things, gain access to stuff that they previously didn't have. Because you're absolutely right. I'm sure that they are using AI, AGI already to take actions however you want to so see fit. But this might be a bridge with them into this private sector where they're getting access to a lot more than they previously had.
I mean, it's going to be a warfare that we've never seen before.
Yeah. I mean, AI is just kind of scary in general. We've definitely talked about this in previous shows, and how it can take over our lives in the world, and how 5 years from now, artificial intelligence is probably going to have vastly shaped things differently in our world.
Byron, what do you got, brother?
I don't like it. The older I get, the more I realize I don't trust my government as much as I did when I was, a young strapping lad joining the military and thinking that they had our best interests in mind. I definitely think it's a power play on the government's part to kind of get more in there. Like Evo said, 5 years from now, I think, if things keep going the way they are, things will look completely different than they are now.
It's been 2 years since OpenAI really has been popularized, ChatGPT, and that's just gone leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I mean, to the point, like they're pushing AI on phones now, where it's like you don't have a choice now; it's there. I was doing a search for suicide pods on Instagram to look for reels and stuff like that. I didn't have a search option. I had to click the AI button, and the AI thing popped up, and it's like, "Oh, are you feeling like hurting yourself? Call this phone number." I'm like, nah, dog. I just want to watch videos about killing themselves and little.
Oh, they're already monitoring you, Byron.
Yeah, you are definitely on a list now.
You're on a list now, dude.
You're not wrong. I mean, us being in the military, people talk about, oh, your stuff is out there. Yeah, it's absolutely out there. All of us probably got that letter saying China's got your shit. Like,
yeah,
it's
that's my mother-in-law always hits me up with a lot of that stuff of like, oh, are you worried about this data breach or this or that going on? I'm like, my shit's already out there. My ass.
Anybody can get anything they want.
And if someone really wants something and they're motivated, they will get what they want.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to worry myself over it that much.
What's funny about that philosophy, Evo, is I've always felt that way too. And then I always was like, well, I mean, they ain't gonna be able to do shit to me. Like good luck financing anything. But now that I got good credit and like I'm doing all right, I'm like, God, that would actually suck.
I mean, it wouldn't be fun, but you
Right.
can only do so much to prevent it.
Yeah.
Another interesting point of this is that, you know, a lot of politicians have come out and talked about this hiring of Paul Nakasone to OpenAI in a positive light. And they all are from the Democratic side right now.
That worries me more. That's actually way worse.
Right.
It wouldn't matter to me what side they were on. If there were politicians lauding the hire of a private business's board member, I'm not going to like it. It doesn't matter whose side they're on.
This
There's
was more
reason they should be doing that.
This was more just to prod Matt a little bit and see if we get a little
Yeah.
bit going.
Damn
fucking
Democrats.
I'll get a tinfoil hat out right now, dude. Like I got a bunch of shit that I've been thinking about. I just watched a video about grounding, by the way. You know, that's something you should do 22 minutes a day.
Like
Are you talking about like taking your shoes off and going outside and standing?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Matt's a hippie.
Makes you back one with the earth, right?
You know what I have realized? Here's the thing I've realized in my old age, and Byron, you were kind of hitting on that. I have become more aware of my closeness to death, right? I'm more claustrophobic now. When I ride airplanes, I'm like, could we have drove? You know, like all these little things are really starting to get to me. And it's probably just, you know, fat, overweight, high blood pressure, like all of that. It's but
I completely get where you're coming from. We're kind of just 22 days short of a year from the car accident, so I completely get where you're coming from. And not to be a dick, but it's way safer to fly than it is to drive. Just fucking get in the plane, Matt. You're like,
I know that. I'm just like, you know what? What really actually is one of my fears that have developed very recently. I hate elevators.
Elevators?
Oh, dude, I do not like elevators anymore.
I ride an elevator constantly at school. It's not falling down in the elevator. It's not getting trapped. It's the door. As I exit, it's gonna drop, and I'm gonna get like cut in half cross-sectionally.
Did you see the video?
Great. Byron, get on this. Add it to the list of things things happen with our service. Also, that's perfect because it's just quick.
It is. Oh, yeah. Dude, there's a video of that happening in New York a few years ago to a guy.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, no, he was literally he
was there and then he was gone.
We could find the video. It's on Reddit. I actually watched it.
We are not watching that on here.
But
not on the
they opened up the doors. One dude got out, and like the elevator just kind of didn't stop, and it just sped up. And the other guy tried to walk out, and he got caught trying to, he tried to stop himself, and it literally folded him like this, and then and then he got stuck in between the wall and the elevator.
So he gets all flat, and he's like,
"Yep, I've seen those before." Yep.
Yeah. It's a security camera footage, so it's not like gruesome or anything, but it's still kind of disturbing. Oh, you notice another one, Byron? We can add to the list. You guys see that video? It's super sad, actually. It's this lady. She's going up an escalator, right, with her kid, and she got to the top of the escalator, and the cage or the metal cover was loose, and it opened up, and she tossed her kid out, and then she just kind of got slowly drug in to that and crushed.
Like one of those machines that can crush anything.
Yeah,
shredder thing. Yeah.
Just like that. And now every time I go across one of those, I'm terrified. I'm like,
I don't think we need to add that one to the service. Who's gonna select that one? A horrible, gruesome, painful death?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
You gotta go out and blaze of glory.
I'm gonna get all these videos compiled for the next episode.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Look, everyone should like and subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please comment down below any ideas that you have for horrible, gruesome, awesome deaths that our service could provide. The Hawk to a death service. go out your way, like Burger King or something like that.
You can have it your way. You just gotta spit on that thing.
Hell yeah.
That's my way, by the way. I want to go out from
Yeah.
a hawk to a.
There you go.
Thing.
Yeah. Oh man, well, guys, do we got anything else for? That'd be great. Do we got anything else? Are we got any more topics, boys?
That's probably it for me.
Yeah. I think I've put my 2 to 3 cents out there.
Perfect. Byron, you got anything for us, brother?
No, I'm good. I appreciate you guys having me on here.
It was good having you on, man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, guys. This is the talk. I'm Mike, Evo, Coop, Ginger. Hopefully, we'll get Byron back on here a little bit more. But guys, thank you very much. We're gonna get the hell out of here. On today's episode, we talked a lot about death and things like that. If you need to call somebody, please do so. Reach out to a buddy. Even if you're not feeling like you are going to hurt yourself, reach out to your buddies. It's always good to talk. That's why I love coming on here and doing this with these guys. So don't be one of those statistics. Call somebody. But with that, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work, work. Let it go and earn more pay. Hard work, work. Put the boots on and lace them up. Hard work, work. Another day to work. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. Hard work. I earn more